Good morning. My name is Gianmarco Leon Chiliota, and I am an associate professor of economics at Universidad Pompeu Fabra and the Barcelona School of Economics. And in this short video, I would like to introduce you to the project that we are piloting at the moment, which was generously funded by ISSER and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The project is entitled Competition in the Branches Banking Agent Market, Effects, Strategic Responses, and the Role of Trust and Fairness. And this is joint work with Erika de Serrano, Martin Kans, Daniel Gottlieb, and Firman Witoeller. Digital financial services are increasing their relevance across the developing world, and it is expected that number one, new operators enter the market, and number two, existing operators expand their agent networks. The increasing competition in the branches banking agent market have deep implications for financial inclusions, which we're going to explore in this project. On the one hand, the commissions charged by agents do not represent a significant part of their revenues, compared to, for example, those that they get from their main business. Hence, at low levels of adoption, the entry of new competitors in the market can undermine the effort levels exerted by incumbents, leading to lower financial inclusion. On the other hand, higher levels of competition have the potential for fostering innovation in marketing techniques, lowering informal fees charged by agents, improve service quality, and ultimately increase financial product take-up. Our proposed project will explore three research questions. Number one, how does increasing competition in the agent banking network affect the number of clients, volume, and frequency of transactions? Number two, can agents adopt different marketing strategies to bolster or counteract the effects of competition on their productivity and financial inclusion? And finally, what is the return for the bank in investing in new marketing techniques for agents? This last point is extremely relevant because part of the research agenda that we are carrying out in the digital financial markets has to be in partnership with private banks, and therefore we need to make sure to incorporate this last question in our agenda. Actually, we have partnered with one of the largest banks in Indonesia to conduct this project, and we have been working together with them for the past 5 or 6 years. I am showing you here the map of Indonesia with a current coverage of the bank's agent network. In green, you can see that currently the bank has 25,000 agents throughout the country. Typically, you have one agent per village. But however, there is plenty of scope for further expansion of the agent banking network. In orange, you'll see the villages where the bank has identified potential agents that could be hired, right? These are about 8,000 villages, and there are another 50,000 villages where there are no agents. This means that there is plenty of scope for expansion, and actually the bank with whom we are partnering has set the goal of hiring about 60,000 new agents in the upcoming years. And this is going to be part of our experimental intervention. As I mentioned before, the partnership with the bank has started quite a while ago, and they have facilitated us a bunch of data which provide the basic findings that motivate this project. So three key findings from our exploratory study are as follows. First, agents are quite heterogeneous, meaning that they have different needs to overcome the constraints that they find to become more profitable. Number two, there are three key dimensions that constrain the potential growth for agents. First, knowledge of how the products work. Second, the availability of marketing strategies. And third, the trust that clients or potential clients have on them. And we have identified these three dimensions as three potentials for client acquisition and product engagement. Finally, we have found that there is a significant correlation between internal and external competition, meaning whether one agent faces more competition from other agents from the same bank and from other banks, and the degree of competition is strongly correlated with good agent performance, right? Which is in line with a couple of hypotheses that I mentioned before. Okay, so now to finish this video, let me tell you a little bit about the research design that we have engaged with, that we have proposed to the bank and the bank has accepted. First, we will study how the level of competition affects performance. For this, we will take a sample of villages and split it in two. Some villages in some villages, we will increase the number of agents from our partner bank, therefore increasing the level of competition. In other villages, the number of agents will remain the same, which we will label as a low competition villages. The comparison between these two groups will allow us to identify the causal effect of higher level of competition on agent performance and client and financial inclusion. A second level of randomization would be done at the village level again. And here, within each group that we identified before, we will provide information to agents about the upcoming increase of competition. Okay, so agents within the high competition villages, a subsample of agents will be informed that in the near future more agents will be hired to work in these villages. This will allow agents to take actions to either foster or counteract the effects of this new competition, and this will allow us to study the idiosyncratic preferences for different marketing strategies that agents have. The final level of randomization would be to randomly provide agents with different tools that allow them to compete in this new environment. The three innovations that we are thinking about providing are the following. First, discount codes, which will allow them to compete on prices. Second, endorsements, which will allow them to compete in trust. And third, leaflets. The number of options available to agents will be randomized, therefore allowing us to identify the precise effect that these marketing strategies have to counteract or bolster the effects or competition in the branchless banking market. And this is going to be true both in the baseline villages, which will not face a change in competition, as well as in the ones that have higher levels of competition. As I mentioned, this project is right now being piloted, and we hope to be able to share the results, some preliminary results of the project with you in the near future. Thank you very much.